Hello everybody! Welcome back sa part 12 ng ating walkthrough. So in this walkthrough, we will get the famous Drake Sword, which is available earlier in the game, but I didn't get it because I don't feel like using it. But for the sake of how to get it and the location of the Drake Sword, I will do this walkthrough and guide. So what we do is, coming from that bonfire, we go up here, and then as you can see, that's our target there. We have to hit that tail several times with our arrow. So kailangan natin tamaan ng arrow yung tail na yun hanggang maputol siya at makukuha natin yung Drake Sword, which is 100% guaranteed drop rate. So we just have to hit that tail many times depending on the damage of our bow and the stat. So if you are an archer or like a mage or sorcerer, it's gonna be easy, but for our build it's gonna take a while. So but then anyway, it is a guaranteed drop rate. So without further ado, let's go. But first we have to silence this, otherwise they have a chance to get aggro and they will be an annoyance to us. So better to shoot them off. Bye bye. So just find your sweet spot. For me, I think it's about here, and then it's time to equip our bow. So I have about, how many arrows I have? I have about 350. So hopefully if you have about 20 decks here, it's gonna be quick, but I only have 14 and I'm just using a normal bow, so hopefully I take less than 100. So from this, maybe I'll go on this spot. Yep, that's a clear view. And then 200. Just find the sweet spot and time your arrow. Yep, that's what we want. So that's one. It's gonna take a while. And two. That's two. You can do that as well if you're fast enough. So in this position you can hit him twice. So mabilis siya. It's gonna be, yep, it's gonna be fast. I missed that. That's alright. So the thing is, if you try to cut his tail from this, you are safe from his attack, so there's no way that he can attack you. So that's why we do it under the bridge. Up, miss again. And let's see, hope I get it here. Yep, that's two. I don't see how much damage I'm doing, so let me have a look. I don't really see how much damage. It's gonna take a while, I'm assuming. But this is an early weapon. Very good earlier in the game. So this is what you only have to do. If you don't have a high dex and just below 40 and just about 14 like me, just bring enough arrows so you don't have to go back. Come on. Yep, you see, that's the Drake Sword. So it's about alright, so about 30, so maybe about 25 kasi nag-miss din ako ng ilang beses, and so about 50 arrows because I miss about 5 or 6, but that's it. And now we have the Drake sword, so which has 200 base damage compared to our claymore, which is 154. So many players doesn't like the Drake sword simply because it doesn't scale in strength or dex or any stat, and at mid game it's become really useless, so that's why they don't like it. But the reason is Drake sword has a 100% drop rate, which is very good early game. So wala na yung, so you don't see his tail now. And then once we finish Blighttown, we can, set aside this weapon and go back to our original claymore. Once we get our claymore to plus 10, so there's no need to use the Drake sword. But not until the end of Blighttown, until we have the time to farm the large Titanite shards, which is needed to level up our weapon from plus 5 to 10. So that's how you get the Drake sword. And I'll see you at the next episode.